Welcome to Intermark Group, the largest psychology-driven marketing agency in the country. Now that you're part of the team, we'd like to introduce you to some of the methodologies we use that make us, well, us. We use what we call the 4 I's process: identify, inspire, invent, implement. These 4 stages are a framework within which our team collaborates with other project stakeholders. To start, we identify answers and opportunities. Imagine a work session that doesn't feel like work at all. That's the idea behind psych sessions. We apply game theory to what would typically be a standard client Q&A meeting, so we avoid all the same old Q's and boring A's to get to the good stuff. We then identify the win zone, or the opportunistic hole in the fence, by examining both the emotional and rational messaging established within that market to find a potent positioning area. Next, we shift to our inspire stage with brand shaping. Because great minds often think unalike when it comes to branding, we use shape sessions to solidify stakeholder consensus by collaboratively refining the brand character down to 4 defining traits. Mind mapping combines traditional audience data with empirical psychological research, so teams understand which psychological principle, strategic path, will be the most compelling. In other words, we dig 1 layer deeper to understand the insight behind the insight. After that, it's time to invent. We develop positioning around people's System 1, or shortcut decision-making process. This is based on people's psychological need for simple distinction. Well-defined brands benefit from System 1 by making the reason why brand choice specific and clear. Once we glean the outputs of our first stages, we distill all of the insights into a focused brief, which is shared across all agency disciplines. This opens the door for cross-divisional thinking, discussion, and creativity. To implement, we begin with ideas that might disrupt our audience's cognitive thought patterns in unexpected ways. We like to demonstrate how this works with a simple example. If I were to say, "I'm taking the dog for a," your mind likely completes the sentence with "a walk." An expected message results in a normal, disengaged response. But if I were to say, "I'm taking the dog for a beer," suddenly your mental bells and whistles go off. An unexpected message captures attention. That's creative psychology, and it's why we create the kind of work we create. And to connect the work to the right people at the right times, we develop custom trigger path sequences. This aligns identified psychological principles with specific behaviors, which leads to trial, repeat usage, and brand loyalty. As a guide for gathering inputs and insights and melding creativity with psychology, the 4 I's process culminates in thoughtful, effective work that the entire team can be proud to send out into the world. So you've learned quite a bit about the Intermark Way. And now that you're part of the team, we'd love to hear what you're thinking. Unless we already know.